this side of Intercontinental. It is blocked from the other side of Protection House. If, even for us members of Parliament, Parliament is blocked, then what are we supposed to do? Mr. Speaker, it is not just the House of Parliament that is august. The precincts of Parliament is also august. And I think, Mr. Speaker, you should give direction that our orderlies open access to Parliament. There is no reason to blockade Parliament. I know that we will vote. Those who choose to vote, the way they choose to vote, will be seen by Kenyans. We do not need to be shielded from Kenyans. Let this House be accessible. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Majority Leader. Majority Leader.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Order, honorable members.
Honorable Speaker, it's good that the Leader of Minority has raised that issue again. And I did ask the Inspector General of Police earlier this morning why the blockade. Honorable Speaker, first let me set the record straight that there is not a single member of Parliament who is unable to access Parliament. Not just members of Parliament, that is why we are here in our numbers. Even our staff, parliamentary staff. Honorable Speaker, you could protect me from the shouting, or I could simply sit, and those who want to shout can shout.
Order. Order, honorable members. Try and listen to each other. Majority Leader.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. I was saying not a single member of Parliament has been unable to access the precincts of Parliament. Not a single member of staff of Parliament has been unable to access. And the Inspector General of Police confirmed to me this morning that there were organized groups who had planned to take siege, or what Honorable Junet calls siege, take siege of Parliament, and criminal elements who to members of Parliament. Honorable Speaker, I said it is good the Leader of Minority has raised this issue, because at the end of the day, if any one of you or any of our staff members gets harmed in any way, we will point fingers at the same police officers whom we have bestowed the responsibility of ensuring our safety, Honorable Speaker. It is indeed true, Honorable Speaker.
Order. He is responding to a point of order. Order. Order, Babu. We now take your seat. Take your seat. It is me to rule whether he is out of order or not you. Order, Babu Wino. Take your seat.
You know, Honorable Speaker, we said the other day respect is earned, and you did indicate to us that even in this House, we must act with some decorum and some respect. And the same could be said of maturity, Honorable Speaker. That you have to exhibit maturity in the House to earn your respect, Honorable Speaker. I was saying, Honorable Speaker,
Order.
in the endeavor to protect not just the safety of members, but the institution of Parliament, the Inspector General of Police indicated to me that they have taken adequate security measures to ensure that every member of Parliament who wants to access Parliament can access Parliament. Members can vote willingly, not under coercion, not under duress, to vote willingly, either for or against the finance bill that we are coming to vote. And Honorable Speaker, just in relation to what Honorable Tiende Amolo has said, it is true, we know the kind of intimidation that has been out there. But none of these members in this House is here as a coward. They are here to exercise their mandate as bestowed on them by the Constitution of our Republic, Honorable Speaker, and they will vote willingly. They will not be coerced by anybody. The police are not here to tell you how to vote. Let them do their work, and let us do our work from inside Parliament. Those who want to shout and excite crowds outside there like Babu Owino, they could do so. Or they could go parade themselves with the people parading themselves outside there. But not in this chamber. He must behave in a mature way not the indecent, immature, imbecile manner he behaves.
Order. Order, honorable members. Baba, we not take your seat. Order, Angela. Order, members. Order, Honorable Angela. Order. Honorable Angela, I will not deny you the right to vote on this bill by sending you out. Remain here and vote. Honorable members, I know that's what you are soliciting, and I will not give it to you. Order, honorable members. Honorable members, each and every one of you has the right to be in this house to represent the people who send you here, to legislate for this country, and to oversight the executive. In coming to this parliament, nobody, and I mean nobody, has any color of right, either in law or in fact, to prevent you from coming to do your duties. Seeing how many we are here, it is testimony to the fact that you came in freely. Secondly, the grounds of parliament, as stated by Senior Counsel Otienda Molo, are hallowed grounds, are protected grounds. And that's why no member can be arrested or served with any court summons or processes within the precincts of parliament. You are protected to that extent. Beyond the precincts of parliament, the Speaker and the administration of parliament have no jurisdiction. Our jurisdiction is here in the chamber and within the precincts of parliament. I instructed the majority leader, after Honorable and I raised the issue, to get in touch with the police and speak to the Inspector General and bring him to the attention that whatever law enforcement activities going out there should not in any way interfere with your legislative work. And I've been in this precinct since 6 a.m. this morning. No single member has come to me to report of any prevention or harassment or interference in coming to their work. If I got any information or report, I will act on it. 20 minutes ago, I had a meeting with the Sergeant at Arms and his team to ask them if they have any report on security issues around Parliament. They indicated to me that they are hearing noises out there, but within the precincts of Parliament, they have no report to make because there are no incidents. That being the case, honorable members, I want to encourage you. So far, so good. You have debated this bill with extreme decorum and intellectual industry. You've done such a fantastic job. There could have been a few errant members, but all of you have been very good. Kenyans have watched each and every one of you speaking to this bill. Now that you have reached the level of going to vote, I want to encourage us to carry the same honor to the people who send us here. That we are here to protect their interests, not physically, but intellectually. We must be conscious of the fact that we are the conscience of this country. And being the conscience of the country, our conduct must constantly have in mind the fact that whatever we do here can have negative or positive consequences on the public out there. So we are going order Wanjala. Order Wanjala. Having said that, I want to encourage members that there are still several members who want to speak to this bill. I promise that I'll give you 1 hour this afternoon. There is a small ruling I'll deliver on the issue that was raised by the minority leader. I'm waiting for it. I had just made some corrections. When it comes, I'll stay the proceedings and give that ruling in just 3, 4, 5 minutes. So we'll go on for 1 hour. After 1 hour, we will call the mover to reply, as we had agreed. Order. We'll call the mover to reply. Upon replying, we'll go to the vote. If the equipment in front of you is working, we'll do an electronic vote. Order. Honorable Robert Mbui. You are normally more orderly than you want to be today. If the equipment doesn't work, I have no difficulty. I'll sit here and allow you to vote in the manner that you want. The end order, Wanjala, whatever means of voting you have, the end will justify the means. Yes, Junet.
Mr. Speaker, thank you very much for your guidance. That was researched guidance. But Mr. Speaker, it is of the view of the minority that on this matter of the finance bill, Mr. Speaker, we do voting manually or orally or through roll call, Mr. Speaker. On this one, people don't have a lot of faith in the gadgets. So, Mr. Speaker, we want to vote now this one orally so that everyone can, his vote can count this one, Mr. Speaker. We seek your indulgence.
Order, members. Let's cross that bridge when we reach it. Next order. Yeah. Honorable Oundo. Honorable Oundo, you have a statement. All the honorable members.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, pursuant to provision of Standing Order 44.2c, I rise to request for a statement from the chairperson for the Departmental Committee on Administration and Internal Security regarding the facilitation of national government administrative officers, especially from Samia Sub-County. Honorable Speaker, Section 8.2 of the National Government Administrative Act 2013 gives powers to the national government administrative officers to coordinate national government functions and the Constitution as the office of the President necessary for the effective and efficient coordination of national government functions. Regrettably, the Assistant County Commissioner of Siopo Division, Funyula Division, and Sub-County Police Command of OCPD of Samia Sub-County do not have government vehicles. This is despite the fact that these senior officers are expected to facilitate execution of their mandate of ensuring peace and security in their respective jurisdictions 24 hours a day without fail. Honorable Speaker, it's against this background that I seek a statement from the chairperson, the Departmental Committee on Administration and Internal Security on the following matters. Number one, what are the criteria for and the status of distribution of government vehicles to the national government's administrative officers? Number two, what steps has the government taken to ensure that all national government administrative officers, particularly those in Funyula constituency, are facilitated with vehicles?
Honorable members, order.
And number three,
can we listen to member for Funyula? Go on.
And number three, when is the Ministry supplying vehicles to national government administrative officers, especially to Samia Sub-County? I thank you, Honorable Speaker. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Thank you, Honorable Undo. Next statement, Joseph Namwar, Turkana Central. Joseph, go ahead.
Honorable Speaker, pursuant to the provisions of Standing Order 44-2C, I wish to request for a statement from the chairperson of the Departmental Committee on Administration and Internal Security regarding recent incidents involving the Kenya Wildlife Services and local communities in Sibiloi National Park, Marsabit County. Honorable Speaker, on 12 June 2024, a tragic confrontation between KWS Rangers and suspected Merile poachers in Sibiloi National Park resulted in the unfortunate loss of lives of KWS Rangers. The following day, in an apparent act of retaliation, KWS Rangers pursued and possibly evicted villagers from Kotela village. Escalating the situation further, on 14th June 2024, at approximately 9:00 a.m., KWS personnel aboard a helicopter opened fire on a group of fishermen who were in an engine boat near the shores of Lake Turkana in Kanakwara village. During the ordeal, Mr. Daniel Esekon of ID number 24076166, who was one of the fishermen, was fatally shot, and the officers continued their indiscriminate firing at other fishermen despite pleas to cease fire. Honorable Speaker, these attacks have instilled widespread fear and panic among the residents of the area. Multiple fishing boats belonging to local communities have been destroyed, and many innocent fishermen remain unaccounted for and feared dead after fleeing from the KWS assault. These continued attacks pose a great danger and threat to the lives of the residents. Honorable Speaker, it's against this background that I request for a statement from the chairperson of the Departmental Committee on Administration and Internal Security on the following. 1, could the ministry provide a detailed account of these incidents, including detailing the circumstances that led to the excessive force by KWS Rangers against the residents? 2, what specific actions have been initiated to ensure a thorough investigation into these events, including the tragic shooting of Mr. Daniel Esekon? 3, what measures has the ministry put in place to ensure that the family of Mr. Daniel Esekon is compensated for the tragic loss caused by KWS? And 4, what steps are being taken to de-escalate tensions between KWS and local communities, including collaboration with the Ministry of Tourism and Wildlife to prevent such tragic incidents from recurring in the future? Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Thank you, Joseph. Is Tongo, you're here? Both Oundo's statement and that statement by Namwar are to your committee. You bring the response in 2 weeks.
Okay, well.
Protas
well
Akuja. Protas.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, I rise to request for a statement regarding the recruitment of casual workers by Kenya Power Company in Turkana. Honorable Speaker, pursuant to provision of Standing Order 44-2C, I wish to request for a statement from the chairperson of the Departmental Committee on Energy regarding the recruitment of casual workers in Kenya, in the Kenya Power and Lighting Company in Lodwar and Kakuma, Turkana. Honorable Speaker, the Kenya Power Company has been engaging casual workers to supplement its workforce. There have been growing concern and grievances reported by the casual workers engaged by Kenya Power Company workers stationed in Lodwar, Turkana regarding their unsatisfactory terms of employment. It is disheartening to note that these workers who have served the company diligently for years are denied permanent and pensionable employment terms during recruitment and confirmation exercises, while their counterparts from other counties are absorbed, and some even posted in Turkana County. Reports indicate that factors such as nepotism, tribalism, and lack of transparency have marred the recruitment process, therefore locking out qualified casual workers. This unjust treatment not only demoralizes the affected workers and hinders effective service delivery, but also perpetuates the marginalization of Turkana County residents from gaining access opportunities for gainful
Order,
employment.
honorable members. Order. Order, honorable members. Order, Irene Mayaka. That Kamkunji is illegal.
Honorable Speaker, it is against this background that I request for a statement from the chairperson of the Departmental Committee on Energy on the following. One, provide a report on the number of casual workers in Kenya Power Company stations in Turkana County absorbed on permanent and punishable terms in the last 3 years. Second, outline the plans that have been put in place to address the plight of casual workers who have served Kenya Power Company for years without being confirmed as permanent and punishable employees. Three, what measures has the ministry put in place to combat nepotism, tribalism, and corruption in the recruitment process to ensure qualified casual workers get a fair opportunity? Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Thank you. Honorable Lilian Sioi.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I raise to request for a
Sorry,
statement.
Lilian, just hold. The statement is directed to the chairman of Energy. Who is the chairman of Energy? Is it Vincent Kawaya? Is he in the house? Vice Chair? Who? Aramat. Is he in the house? You bring a response in 2 weeks. Thank you. We need a response in 2 weeks. Lillian, go ahead.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I stand to request for a statement regarding delay in the issuance of e-teams invoices by the Kenya Revenue Authority. Honorable Speaker, pursuant to the provision of Standing Order 44-2C, I wish to request for a statement from the chairperson of the Departmental Committee on Finance and National Planning regarding the delay in issuance of e-teams invoice by the Kenya Revenue Authority. Honorable Speaker, the Kenya Revenue Authority issued a directive seeking all taxpayers carrying on business to onboard on the Electronic Tax Invoice Management System, e-teams. The e-teams was introduced through the VAT, Electronic Tax Invoice, Regulation 2020. However, taxpayers have in the recent past experienced challenges generating invoices from the e-teams online portal. This has resulted in delay of payment, which has caused anguish among taxpayers who conduct business in Kenya. Additionally, the challenge has caused anxiety on the taxpayers, noting that taxpayers stand to lose out on payment at the close of the financial year 2023-2024. Honorable Speaker, it is against this background that I request for a statement from the chairperson of the Departmental Committee on Finance and National Planning on the following. One, what steps have been taken to ensure functionality of the e-teams online platform? Two, what is the status of successful onboarding of taxpayers to the e-teams online platform? Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you, Lillian. Chairman, Finance and National Planning. Where is Kimani? Majority Leader, inform him to bring a response in 2 weeks. Honorable members, there are 4 statement responses. I'll stay those to Tuesday next week. Majority Leader, your Thursday statement.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Pursuant to the provisions of Standing Order 44-2A, I rise to give the following statement on behalf of the House Business Committee. which met on Tuesday, 18 June 2024, to prioritize the business for consideration during the week. As members are aware, the debate on the Finance Bill 2024 has been ongoing, and second reading is expected to conclude this afternoon. I would like to commend the Departmental Committee on Finance and National Planning, and indeed the House, for the steadfast commitment and robust engagement in this important business of great national interest. Honorable Speaker, with regards to business for Tuesday next week, the House is expected to give priority to the business bound by statutory timelines. Further, the House is likely to sit longer, especially noting the resolution of the House earlier today approving a Tuesday morning sitting. The following bills are of priority. 1, second reading of the Appropriation Bill 2024, and 2, the County Allocation of Revenue Bill, Senate Bill number 25 of 2024. 2, Honorable Speaker, Committee of the Whole House on the Finance Bill 2024 and the Appropriation Bill of 2024. 3 is the second reading of the following bills, should they not be reached today: the Land Laws Amendment Bill number 2 of 2023 and the Mang Beans Bill, Senate Bill number 13 of 2022. Additionally, debate will also be undertaken on the following motions, should they not be concluded today. 1, reports of the Auditor General on the National Government Constituency Development Fund for 9 constituencies in Bungoma County. 2, report of the Public Petitions Committee on its consideration of public petition on funds spent contrary to the provisions of Article 223 of the Constitution. 3, reports of the Auditor General on the financial statements of specified state corporations. 4, report on the Parliamentary Broadcasting and Library on enhancing reporting of parliamentary business on online platforms. 5, report of the Committee on Regional Integration on its inspection to the semi-autonomous institutions of the East African Community in Uganda. 6 is the report of the Committee on Implementation on the implementation status of reports on petitions and resolutions passed by the House. 7 is a report of the Committee on Trade, Industry and Cooperatives on its consideration of alleged unfair trade practices by foreign investors in Kenya. And 8 is the second report of the Committee on National Cohesion and Equal Opportunity on employment diversity audit in public institutions. Honorable Speaker, members will note that I had previously conveyed that the Cabinet Secretary for the Ministry of Interior and National Administration was scheduled to appear before the House on the afternoon of Wednesday, 19th June 2024 to respond to questions in the plenary. However, due to the priority business before the House, the appearance was postponed to Wednesday, 26 June 2024, and in this regard, members whose questions had been listed earlier for response are encouraged to avail themselves. Honorable Speaker, I had read the whole list of almost 16 questions by various members. I do not need to repeat them since I read them last week. In conclusion, Honorable Speaker, the House Business Committee will reconvene next week, Tuesday, 25th June 2024, to schedule business for the rest of that week. I now wish to lay this statement on the table of the House. Thank you.
Thank you, Majority Leader. So members Zair Mishimbogo, Amina Munyanzi, and Rael Kisiwai, responses to your statements will be on Tuesday. So the chairmen of committees or chairpersons of committees be notified. Next order.
Order number 8, the Finance Bill, National Assembly Bill number 30 of 2024, second reading, resumption of debate.
Yes, Senior Counsel, what is out of order? Yes.
Could they give me? Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I rise under Standing Order number 252 in terms of access to the House. Mr. Speaker, it's been brought to our attention that our colleagues in the Senate, some of them are interested in accessing the public gallery or the Speaker's gallery to observe our debate, and that they have been refused access. Could you, Mr. Speaker, give direction that the public gallery and the Speaker's gallery should be accessible not just by the senators, but by any Kenyan who cares to come and listen to our debate and our voting? Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Order, honorable members. Honorable Otienda, I hear you. Honorable members, you will recall that during today's morning sitting, Order Kiborek and your team, Deputy Speaker, take a seat. Go to your seat. Thank you. Honorable members, you recall that during today's morning sitting, the leader of the minority party, the Honorable Pio Wandai, EGH MP, rose in his place and sought guidance on an advisory from the Cabinet Secretary for the National Treasury and Economic Planning on the measures of supply and ways and means currently being considered by the House. The Honorable Minority Leader noted that the advisory from the Cabinet Secretary was couched in the form of an procedural ultimatum to the House directing against amendment of the various revenue-raising measures contained in the Finance Bill 2024. He concluded by requesting for the advisory to be repudiated by the House as unduly anticipating debate on the Finance Bill 2024 and as an affront to the budget-making mandate of the House. Honorable members, I did allow the leader of the majority party, Honorable Kimani Ichung'wah, EGH MP, and the chairperson of the Budget and Appropriations Committee, Honorable Ndindi Nyoro, MP, to make brief rejoinders on the issue before scheduling it for my guidance during this afternoon sitting. Honorable members, as I proceed to guide on the matter, I wish to note that the advice referred to by the minority leader, though addressed to the clerk of the Assembly, was copied to both my office and to the chairperson of the Budget and Appropriations Committee. Contrary to the assertions made by the minority leader, the advisory is not an unusual document. Members will note that every year, before the conclusion of the budget process, the Office of the Clerk seeks the views of the Cabinet Secretary responsible for finance on the options available to the House and its committees to ensure a balance between the measures of supply and ways and means under consideration by the House. This is in keeping with the requirements of Article 114 of the Constitution on the consideration of money bills. The advice enables the House to ensure that the measures of supply and ways and means that it approves in the appropriation bill and the finance bill adhere to applicable constitutional and statutory limits. Honorable members, as you are aware, under Section 39A 4C of the Public Finance Management Act, Cap 412A, any recommendations made or resolution passed by this House on revenue matters must take into account the impact of the proposed changes on the composition of the tax revenue that the National Treasury is expected to raise. Additionally, honorable members, under Section 45C of the Public Finance Management Act, the House is under an obligation to ensure that the total amount of revenue raised is consistent with the fiscal framework that it approved during the budget process. During its consideration of budget proposals, the House must strike a balance between the supply of monies that it appropriates for the national government and the ways and means of financing such expenditure. As ably expressed by the leader of the majority party and the chairperson of the Budget and Appropriations Committee, any negative imbalance between the ways and means and the supply approved by the House ultimately results in a fiscal deficit. This deficit can only be addressed through borrowing, enhanced taxation, or reduction of the estimates of expenditure. Honorable members, if you listen to the contributions of the Honorable T.J. Kajwang yesterday, these are the exact words he used in his contribution. And he was very right in law and under the Constitution. As members will recall, any borrowing sanctioned by the House must strictly adhere to the threshold prescribed by this House in line with Section 50 of the Public Finance Management Act and the principles outlined under Article 211 of the Constitution that cautions against overburdening future generations with unnecessary bad debt. Honorable members, all things considered, my reading of the advisory from the Cabinet Secretary is that it constitutes a reminder to the House of its constitutional and statutory obligations. I do not view it as a directive in the manner argued by the minority leader. In the letter, the Cabinet Secretary reminds the House of the recent increase made to the estimates of expenditure when the House considers supply measures. The House is merely being asked to factor in this increased expenditure when considering the ways and means of financing the approved supply. In its decision-making, the House is only bound by the Constitution and the law. The ultimate decision lies with this House. I therefore find nothing untoward with advisory. Its contents may be used for the information of the Budget and Appropriations Committee, the Finance and National Planning Committee, and House in plenary and during the Committee of the Whole while Bill and the Finance Bill. The House is accordingly guided. I thank you. On what the Honorable Otiende Amolo has raised, entry and access to the galleries is not a right of anybody. It is to the discretion of not just Mr. Speaker, but the Sergeant at Arms and his team. And their advice this afternoon was that they desired to keep the galleries unoccupied. And that's being a security matter to which I'm not an expert, I've given them the benefit of doubt. Secondly, Honorable Otiende Amolo, you may recall some 2021, when the Honorable John Mbandi nearly killed me in the public gallery. No. Yeah, you are the one who saved me. It is Alice Nganga who nearly killed me. It is the Honorable Alice Nganga who nearly killed us. And if you recall, with a light touch, the Honorable Senator Mudhama, as he then was, left the gallery half naked. And the Honorable Bone Khalwale left the gallery at a speed that would have broken a world record. We don't want to repeat that. Honorable members, now we go back to the bill. Robert Basil. But as I call Robert Basil, honorable members, I have been requested by the majority and minority leaders that we reduce the time further from 3 minutes to 1.5 minutes. Robert Basil.
Thank you, Speaker. The time is too short, though. From onset, I reject the bill because it's very clear Generation Z, they cannot, or they want to say elastic limit on taxation has been reached. So we need to listen to the cries of the citizens and do like what Ronald Reagan in the US did. We cut taxes and we cut government expenditure. So, Mr. Speaker, if you look at some of the taxes, for example, if you look at the excise duty on coal, the 5%, in principle, Mr. Speaker, what it will do is going to kill cement, clinker manufacturing industries. And with that, we are going to lose jobs, lose revenue, and will not be able to realize the target. Additionally, the import declaration fee, Mr. Speaker, that has been raised from 2.5 to 3.5% is going to be moved to the final consumer. And since we import most of the items, for example, medicinal drugs, Mr. Speaker, it means hustlers and the poor patients will not be able to afford medicine. So, Mr. Speaker, what I want to say is this finance bill, we need to say no to it and possibly try to cut on taxes. Additionally, Mr. Speaker, the levy, eco levy on plastics, is going to increase price on plastic packages. And in reality, that is going to affect export of flowers and make our flowers not competitive. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Victor Koech, Chepalungu.
Thank you so much, Mr. Speaker. It's unfortunate that I'm now getting 1.5 minutes, but nonetheless, I will try my best. Mr. Speaker, this particular debate is taking a totally different angle, a political angle. As to why I'm saying this is because members have now deviated from arguing from a point of facts to now dealing with political issues. As to why I'm saying so, Mr. Speaker, is the fact that now informing the House that bread is going to be taxed. While the fact is, the committee led by Kimani Kuria sought the public opinion, and on sorting on the public opinion, the committee is now dropping 16% VAT on bread. On motorcycle, Mr. Speaker, again, the committee report is saying that instead of allowing importation of motorcycles, we promote our local manufacturers so as to create job opportunities for our citizens. And in that case, Mr. Speaker, I support. Thank you so much.
Jalango Langata. Order. Yes, Kibagendi. What is out of order? And under what standing order are you?
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. There is a stranger in the house. I've seen someone resembling Oscar Sudi in the house. There's a stranger in the house, Mr. Speaker.
Order, Honorable Kibagendi. If you want to provide comic relief, that is a very poor one. Go on, Jalango.
Thank you so much, Mr. Speaker.
Give order, Anjala. What is out of order? Give Anjala the mic. What standing order are you standing on? What order? What is standing
91.
order?
91, Mr. Speaker.
Pardon?
91.
Order. Order.
91.
Take your seat.
Mr.
Angela,
Speaker.
you have no point of order. Take your seat. Jalango, carry on. Honorable Angela, I encourage you that yesterday when you spoke, the House listened to you. What is it about? Order, Angela. Angela, you know, standing order 91 is a standing order you use to challenge a colleague who is on the floor and has said a statement that you think is not factual. Order. The member on the floor, Honorable Jalango of Langata, had not uttered a single word for you to challenge him on any fact. So you are out of order. I ruled him out of order already. Jalango, continue.
Thank you so much, Mr. Speaker, for giving me this opportunity. First of all, I reject the Finance Bill 2024. Immediately, immediately touched around everything that touches a common person. That is the M-Pesa, the cars, the pads, and I looked back and saw the whole generation in Langata out here having their voices so loud. Even after the amendments, I had to make the choice that I've made today. Now, out here is the Gen Z generation whom I talk to every day. I interact with them on Twitter, TikTok, and everywhere. When most of you will have gone back to the villages, we will be with them here in Nairobi. The question will still be there. And most of you know, I'm the friend to the president, and I spoke to him, and he knows very well that this is my stand. Thank you so much, Mr. Speaker.
Order. Honorable Katana. Honorable Katana. You are being grossly disorderly. Please exercise some decorum, not just you, everybody else that is either cheering or jeering. We want to have an orderly end to this. Member for Kuresoi.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, for giving me this opportunity to give my voice on this important bill. I've been waiting for it since morning. From the onset, Mr. Speaker, I want to say that I support the bill 2024-2025. I'm supporting the bill, Mr. Speaker, because of a number of reasons. One of the reasons is the increase in CTF is the increase in CTF by around 50 million. This CTF, Mr. Speaker, is a fund which touches all corners of our country. And this is a fund which has really transformed our country. Mr. Speaker, I also want to say that I support this bill because of the 50 million which has been set aside for electricity. Mr. Speaker, when I go around my constituency, Kuresoi South, people are asking me about electricity, maximization of transformers, and installation.
Ruth Odinga. Can you give...
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I stand up here to reject the bill, the Finance Bill 2024. And mine is very simple. This finance bill is actually an IMF-driven finance bill. One of the tenets of the IMF is to see countries that they come into to stop subsidies, also to promote privatization, but the worst is for these countries to have oppression. That is the oppression of the people. And what you're seeing out here right now on the Gen Z is not only because of the fact that there's the state oppressing them, but IMF is playing a very big role in that is happening. And my good people, let me tell you, Gen Z is out, and I'm very happy. The only thing that I really agree with this finance bill is for the Gen Z to say that Baba should be left out of this mandamano. Thank you.
Ruku.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. The people of Better North, Mr. Speaker, 684 villages, they don't have a power connection. 684 villages, if you multiply that by 100 households per village, you realize it's quite a number of thousands of households in my constituency which don't have power. This bill, this budget, Mr. Speaker, it promises the people of Better North that we will be connected with power. We have young people who have been employed as interns. This bill, this budget, it confirms the teachers, the young JSS teachers who have been employed as interns. And also, it promises further 20,000 young teachers also to be employed as interns, Mr. Speaker. Some of them will be coming from Better North, where the people who sent me here, Mr. Speaker. And it's for this reason, Mr. Speaker, that I support this finance bill, Mr. Speaker, among other many reasons, such as ensuring...
Time up. Esther Pasaris.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, much as I commend the public participation that was done on the bill, and much as I commend the amendments that they have come with, I want to say that I reject, because we need to ensure that we listen to the population and what they're saying. This country right now needs to listen. We need to tighten our belts, we need to live within our means, and we need to address corruption. Yesterday, seeing Obado getting away with a settlement of only 15% when he owes 1.9 billion tells us that we are not serious about addressing corruption. If we address corruption, we will be able to fund the expenses of this government. It is time for us to take a position that corruption is the biggest enemy in the room. And I think I stand ashamed to know that only a house in Loresho is not 40 million. A flat in Nairobi is not 9 million. Even in the settlement, we are actually cutting deals. So we say no to corruption, and we fund and live within our means. I reject the 2014 finance bill. Thank you.
Member for Nyaribari Chache. Mike.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, a time has come as a godly nation to make decisions that will impact positively on the lives of the 55 million plus Kenyans. Today, Honorable Speaker, I stand here to vote and support the Finance Bill 2024 so that the people of Nyaribari Chache and the people of Kenya can get infrastructural projects, electricity, water, and much more. Honorable Speaker, I want to urge the Generation Z to relax, as Kenya Kwanza government means well, and they will be the greatest beneficiaries of the proposed amendments. Honorable Speaker, the Generation Z are young Democrats trying to exercise their constitutional rights to picket and assemble. I am urging the Inspector General of Police, Honorable Speaker, to treat them humanly and provide them with maximum security. Honorable Speaker, the Finance Bill 2024 proposes an export and investment promotion levy with the goal of encouraging consumers to purchase locally produced alternatives, thereby supporting domestic manufacturers.
Caleb Luyali.
Thank you, Speaker. Finally, I got a chance. Mr. Speaker, I used only 1 minute to say we reject this finance bill, we reject the report of the committee on the finance bill. Mr. Speaker, a German social constructivist once said, Alexander Wendt, he once said that anarchy is what the states make of it. Mr. Speaker, this government is going to create anarchy in this country. And this finance bill is going to be the impetus of this anarchy. We have seen what is going around. We have seen every town in this country is occupied. And very soon, members of parliament, their homes are going to be occupied. We cannot sit here and pretend that everything is normal outside. Mr. Speaker, I want to urge my colleagues on the other side, you have a few minutes to change your mind. We must reject this finance bill.
Gigi Kagombe. Give him the mic.
Thank you, Speaker. I stand to support this Finance Bill 2024 because, Mr. Speaker, we have a responsibility as a House to create employment for the people who are out there demonstrating. Mr. Speaker, we also have a responsibility to make sure that we give the right information to the young people of this nation. In as much as they elected us and we listen to them during public participations, we also have a responsibility to tell them the truth. Mr. Speaker, for the people who are lying in Gatondo Hospital and for the doctors who are going to treat them, I vote yes. Mr. Speaker, for the tea farmers who are in Gatondo now and other places, I vote yes. For the JSS teachers, I vote yes. For those people who are guarding us as the police officers, I vote yes. For the members of KDF who need to be paid salaries, I vote yes. For the people that we need to create employment and to create manufacturing in this nation, we are asking that we introduce excess duty on products that are gotten from other countries so that we support our economy. Those people who are out there need jobs. In fact, those people who are being mobilized because they do not have jobs. We have a responsibility to create jobs for them, Mr. Speaker, and we shall not create...
Thank you. Member for Kajiado East. Yes. Mai. Give him the mic. Yes. Okay. Mai, use the next mic.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, for giving me the chance to contribute on behalf of the people of Kajiado East constituency. I rise to oppose the finance bill for 2024 because the bill has excessive taxes on common wananchi. Mr. Speaker, as you can see, our economy has not improved, and we have about 16% of our population living below poverty line. And the reason is because of bad economy as well as corruption in this country. By taxing them more, I feel like it's putting a burden on wananchi, which we should be doing more to help them than hurting them. Mr. Speaker, when you also look at the fuel levy of 9 shillings, that is another burden to wananchi. I can imagine my people commuting between Kitengela and Nairobi and back and forth, paying more for transport because of the increase of the fuel levy. So, Mr. Speaker, I stand to oppose the bill because it is not friendly to common wananchi. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Moses Kirima.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, for giving me this opportunity to contribute to this bill. Mine is that by the time when this bill came originally, it was too bad and it was punitive to the people. And my people had instructed me that if it was to be as it was, I was meant to oppose it. But when I came and raised the issue with the chairman of finance, Mr. Kimani Kulia, he told me that there are going to be some amendments of which actually what I was told to oppose, the bread taxation, bondas, rentals, essentials, cooking well, and avocados, and the rest, the agricultural outputs. After the amendments, I don't see any reason to oppose it. So I thereby support it with amendments. But if there are no amendments, no way. Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir.
Ken Chonga.
Thank you, Speaker. From the outset, Mr. Speaker, I stand to oppose this bill. Mr. Speaker, by the mere fact that the drafters of this bill were thinking of taxing bread, milk, rubber, it means that they've never had a good intention for the Kenyans. This bill is obnoxious, is diabolical, this bill is pungent and shocking to the lives of Kenyans. Mr. Speaker, I was surprised yesterday, the majority leader here said that life has gone down, that the packet of maize flour right now is trading at 100 shillings. Where in which supermarket can we go and find the one packet? Not unless he has a supermarket that he can direct Kenyans to buy from. Finally, Mr. Speaker, by mere fact of adding 9 shillings to petroleum products, it is implying, therefore, the entire economy is falling down. Everything in the economy depends on fuel, and for as long as we have the price of fuel, everything is going to spiral up. Mr. Speaker, I stand to oppose this bill. Thank you.
Janet Setianei, member for Turbo.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker, and I stand to support this financial bill 2024, Honorable Speaker, with amendments. Honorable Speaker, I support this proposed bill as one of the revenue-raising measure with proposed amendments because it's going to give Kenyans an opportunity to receive their due development. They are going to get electricity, the schools infrastructure, bursary. Farmers are going to get subsidy, increased milk prices. The sugarcane farmers are going to get their pending arrears. School-going children are going to be fed. Elderly people are going to get cash transfers. Honorable Speaker, this bill is has also listened to proposals that are going to reduce what the Wananchi were worried about. The VAT on sugarcane transportation, the removal of 16% on bread, removal of exercise duty on... Protect me, Honorable Speaker. This bill proposals are going to see that VAT is removed on bread, there is exercise duty removed on money transfer, there is also VAT removed on sugar.
Yes. Engineer Zengu.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, for giving me this opportunity. I have waited from yesterday, but I want to say from the onset that I raised to oppose this Finance Bill 2024, and there are many, many reasons why I am opposing it. But one of the reasons is that it is increasing, or it is putting a levy on clinker, which is an important component of cement. And
yes, Honorable Jeanette, what is it?
Speaker.
What is it? Order.
Speaker. Mr. Speaker.
Yes.
I wanted to seek your indulgence, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, as you are aware, to those who are in Parliament, there is time for everything.
Order, members, I can't hear clearly. Go ahead.
Mr. Speaker, as you're aware in Parliament, there is time for debate, and then there is time for voting. Mr. Speaker, some of our members here on my side took early lunch. They are taking lunch by 10 a.m., I think, ugali and nyama. And they have come here so that their vote can count, Mr. Speaker. So, Mr. Speaker, having debated this bill now extensively, I think we should go now to to do our constitutional duty of voting, Mr. Speaker, so that Kenyans can know which direction we are taking, Mr. Speaker. So, Mr. Speaker, I seek your indulgence to call the mover to reply, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you, Honorable Junet. Let Nzengu finish. I had an intention of giving Rosi Museo. Then I will call the mover to reply.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, from the Finance Bill 2023, it is reported that the road maintenance levy was not collected enough because of increment in the price of the petroleum product. This year, Honorable Speaker, the same mistake is being repeated. We know that from Finance Bill 2023, the price of cement went up. The price of steel went up because of the export promotion and investment levy, which is unnecessary because it is meant to promote monopoly in the industry. The same people that produce cement are the same people that are producing steel, and that is why the cost of construction has gone up and being a deterrent to a lot of Kenyans from constructing their houses or their property. So, Mr. Speaker, I want to say that I want to reject the proposed bill totally and as a whole. Thank you.
Women Rep Muranga. After that, Rose Museo, then the mover be ready to reply. Okay.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, for giving me this opportunity. I rise to support the bill, and I will vote yes for the bill. Voting for this bill, we are voting for real issues, Mr. Speaker, not for the negative things that have been said in the media to whip emotions. Mr. Speaker, voting for this bill is voting for 6.8 billion for coffee cherry fund. Mr. Speaker, voting for this bill is voting for 46,000 JSS teachers to be, who are in internship, to be put in the payroll to be employed. Mr. Speaker, we are here to tell our brothers from the opposition that we don't need to whip emotions, and we know who are the sponsors of the ongoing mandamano, and we revisit after the bill. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, for giving me this opportunity to add my voice onto this. And I start by saying that I reject and
Awendo Owino John Walter. Bahati Mrembo Irene Njoki. Bahati Mrembo Irene Njoki. Balambala Shurie Abdi Omar. Balambala Shurie Abdi Omar. Baringo County.
Order. Order. Babu Wino. Order. Honorable Babu Wino, you are grossly disorderly. You are not Shuri of Mbalambala. And you cannot do what you are doing. You are a decent young man. I don't know why you keep doing these things. Order. Honorable tellers and the clerk, be on the lookout. A member who is called is the only one entitled to vote. And I want to encourage you, Opio and I, to counsel your members. Ichungwa, counsel your members. Let's not engage in disgraceful behavior.
Baringo County.
Absent.
Balambala Shurie Abdi Omar. Baringo County, Sergon Florence Jematia. Baringo Central, Kandie Joshua Kipiegon.
I vote yes.
Baringo North, Kipkoros Joseph Maglap. Baringo South, Kamuren Charles. Belgut, Koech Nelson. Bobasi, Momanyi Innocent Obiri. Bamachoge Borabu, Barongo Nolfason Obadia. Bamachoge Chache, Alpha Miruka Undieki. Bomet County, Bomet County, Lynette Chepkoril. Bomet East, Yegon Richard Kipkemoy. Bomet Central, Kilel Richard Cheruyot. Bonchari, sorry, let me repeat, allow me. Bomet East, Yegon Richard Kipkemoy. Bonchari, Mamwacha Onchoke Charles. Bondo, Ogola Gideon. Bondo, Ogola Gideon, Ochanda. Borabu.
Order. Order, members. No cheering. There's no vote that attracts any cheering. Remain silent.
Borabu, Osero Patrick Kibagendi. Budalangi, Wanjala Rafael Sauti Bita. Bumula, Wamboka Nelson Jack. Bungoma County, Wabilianga Catherine Nanjala. Bura, Yakub Ado Kuno. Bura, Yakub Ado Kuno. Bureti, Komingoi Kibet Kirui. Busia County, Omanyo Catherine Nahambi. Butere, Mwale Nicholas Tindi. Butula, Oyula Joseph. Buuri, Muruidhania Rindikiri Mugambi. Centro Imenti, Kirima Moses Ngochine. Changamwe, Shimbwa Omar Mwinyi. Shebalungu, Koech Victor Kipngetich. Cherangani, Barasa Patrick Simiu.
I vote no.
Chesumei, Biego Paul Kibichi. Chuka Iganga Ngombe, Ntwega Patrick Munene. Dadab, Farah Maalim. Dagoreti North, Elachi Beatrice. Dagoreti South, Waweru John Kiarie.
I vote yes.
Eldama Ravine,
Order,
Sirma.
Order, clerk. Order, Honorable Junet. In the course of voting, the House does not entertain anything else. No points of order, no moving around. The tellers and the clerks are not complaining. They are okay. So, order, honorable members. Order. You have given these 4 honorable members a responsibility to guard, to oversee, to protect your vote. Trust them. Any member who has a stress in his voice or her voice that needs a mic, is a portable mic, but continue the way you are doing.
Eldama Ravine, Sirma Musa Cherutich, Eldas, Kinan Adan Welie, Elgeo Marakwet, Jepto Ngerechei Caroline, Embakasi Central, Gadiro Majadong Benjamin, Embakasi Central, Gadiro Majadong Benjamin, Embakasi East, Babu Oino Ongili. Babu Oino Ongili. Embakasi North, Gakuya James Mwangi. Embakasi North, Gakuya James Mwangi.
Order. The tellers say they have had you vote no. So why do you want the microphone again? Take your seat.
Embakasi North, Gakuya James Mwangi. Embakasi South, Mawade Julius Musili.
On behalf of Embakasi South people, I vote no.
Embakasi West, Mwenje Mark Samuel Mureithi. Embu County, Double N Pamela Njoki. Mgwen, Lelmegit Joses Kipto. Emuhaya, Omboko Milemba. Emurwa Dikir, Johanna Ngeno. Endebes, Pukose Robert. Yes. Fafi Yakub Farah Sala. Fafi Yakub Sara.
Yes, 14 years.
Funyula Oundo Wilberforce Jambo. Galole Hiribaye Said Buya. Ganze Tengule Charo Kenneth Kazungu. Garissa County, Siad Udgon Amina. Garissa Township, Baro Deko Mohammed. Garsen, Guyo Ali Wario. Gatanga, Moreu Wakili Edward. Gatundu North, Kururia Njoroge. Gatundu North, Kururia Njoroge. Gatundu South, Kagombe Gabriel. Game, Elisha Odhiambo. Gichugu, Githinji Robert Gichimu. Gilgil, Mother Wangari. Githunguri, Wamuchomba Gadhoni. Hamisi, Gimose Charles Gumini.
Yes. Where is he?
Hamisi, Gimose Charles Gumini. Homa Bay County, Bensuda Osogo Atieno. Homa Bay Town, Kaluma George Peter Opondo. Igembe Central, Karithi Kiili Daniel. Igembe North, Julius Taitumu. Igembe South, John Paul Mwirigi. Ijara, Abdi Ali Abdi. Ikolomani, Shinali Bernard Masaka. Ikolomani, Shinali Bernard Masaka. Isiolo County, Mumina Golo. Isiolo County, Mumina Golo Bonaya. Isiolo North, Lomwa Joseph Samal. Isiolo South, Tubi Bidu Mohammed.
Honorable members, your colleague, Honorable Tubi of Isiolo South, is recuperating in Nairobi Hospital. I talked to him this afternoon. Let's pray for him. There is no vote for him. Go.
Jomvu, Badibadi Twalib. Juja, Koimbori George. Juja, Koimbori George. Kabete Wamashukuru James. Kabete Wamashukuru James. Kabondo Kasipul, Eve Obara Akinyi. Kabuchai, Kalasinga, Wekesa Majimbo. Kacheliba, Titus Lote. Kacheliba, Titus Lote. Kaiti, Kimilu Joseph Kivinda. Kajiado County, Sankaire Lea Sopiato. Kajiado Central, Memusi Kanchori. Kajiado East, Kakuta Maimai. Kajiado North, Onesmus Ngogoyo. Kajiado South, Sakimba Parashina Samuel. Kajiado West, Sunkuya George. Kakamega County, LC Muhanda. Kakamega County, LC Muhanda. Kaloleni, Katana Paul Kahindi. Kamukonji, Hassan Abdi Yusuf. Kandara, Chege Njuguna. Kandui, Makali John. Kangema, Peter Irungu Kihongi. Kangundo, Fabian Chule Muli. Kapenguria, Moroto Samuel Chumel. Kapseret, Oscar Sudi. Karachuonyo, Adipo Andrew Okwome. Kasarani, Karauri, Ronald Kamuiko. Kasipul, Were Charles Ongondo. Kadiani, Robert Mbui. Keio North, Adams Kipsanai. Keio South, Gideon Kimayo. Kericho County, Beatrice Kemei. Keses, Julius Ruto. Huisero, Aseka Christopher. Kiamba, Kawanjiko John. Kiambu, Waithaka John. Kiambu County, Wamuratha Ann Wanjiku. Kibra, Peter Orero. Kibwezi East, Jessica Mbalu. Kibwezi West, Mutuse Mwengi. Kieni, Wainaina Njoroge. Kigumo, Joseph Munyoro. Kiharu, Ndindi Nyoro. Kikuyu, Anthony Kimani Ichungwa. Kilgoris, Julius Sunkuli. Kilifi County, Gertrude Mbeyu. Kilifi North, Owen Bayer. Kilifi South, Richard Ken Chonga. Kilome, Nzambia Kidwa. Kimilili, Didmas Barasa Wekesa. Kiminini, Kakai Bisau. Kinango, Gonzi Rai. Kinangop, Kwenya Dhuku. Kinangop, Kwenya Dhuku. Kipipiri, Wanjiku Muhea. Kipkelion East, Cherorot Joseph. Kipkelion West, Hillary Kiplangat, Kosgei. Kirinyaga County, Jane Maina. Kirinyaga County, Jane Maina Njeri. Kirinyaga Central, Joseph Gitari. Kisauni, Benzimba Rashid Juma. Kisii County, Donya Doris Aburi. Kisii County, Donya Doris Aburi. Kisumu County, Ruth Othiambo Busia Odinga. Kisumu Central, Oron Joshua Odongo. Kisumu East, Shakil Shabir. Shakil Shabir. Kisumu West, Rosa Buyu. Kitui County, Kasalu Irene Mudhoni. Kitui Central, Makali Benson Mulu. Kitui East, Nimrod Mbai. Kitui Rural, Mboni Mwalika. Kitui South, Recho Nyamae Kaki. Kitui West, Edith Nyenze. Kitutu Chache North, Japheth Nyakundi Mokaya. Kitutu Chache South, Kibagendi Anthony. Kitutu Masaba, Gesairo Clive Ombane.
Konoin, Yegon Richard. Kuresoi North, Mutai Alfred. Kuresoi North, Mutai Alfred. Kuresoi South, Tonui Joseph. Kuria East, Kitayama Maisori Marwa. Kuria West, Mathias Robi. Kwale County, Fatuma Masito Hamisi. Kwanza, Fanidad Wanyonyi. Lafe, Abdurrahman Mohammed Abdi. Lafe, Abdurrahman Mohammed Abdi. Lagdera, Mohammed Hussein Abdikadir. Yes. Laikipia County, Jane Kagiri. Laikipia East, Kyunjuri Festus. Laikipia North, Sarah Korere. Laikipia West, Stephen Wachira Karani. Leisamis, Joseph Lekuton. Lamu County, Modoni Marubu. Lamu East, Rueda Obo. Lamu West, Stanley Mudama. Langata, Felix Adiwol Kothe. Lari, Kahangara Joseph. Likoni, Mishi Mboko. Likuyani, Innocent Mugabe. Limuru, John Chege Kiragu. Loima, Protas Akuja. Luanda, Dick Maungu. Lugari, Nabi Naboera Daraja. Lunga Lunga, Chiforomondo, Mangale Munga. Lurambi, Titus Hamala Mkhwana. Mara, Kareke Mbiuki. Machakos County, Joyce Kamene. Machakos Town, Caleb Mule. Makandara, George Aladwa. Makueni, Suzanne Dunge Kiamba. Makueni County, Rose Mumo Museo. Malava, Malulu Ichendi. Malindi, Amina Munyanzi. Mandera North, Sheikh Bashir Abdurai. Mandera County, Umuhel Kasim. Mandera East, Abdurrahman Hussein Waitan Mohammed. Mandera South, Abdul Ibrahim Haro. Mandera West, Yusuf Adan Haji. Mandera West, Yusuf Adan Haji. Manyata, Mukunji John. Manyata, Mukunji John.
Let him take again. No, let him take again. Not him again.
Maragwa wa Maua Njoroge. Marakwet East, David Bowen. Marakwet West, Kipchumba Toroitich. Marsabit County, Naomi Wako. Masinga, Joshua Mwalio. Masinga, Joshua Mwalio. Matayos, Joyfrey Odanga. Madare, Antonio Roach. Madioya, Edwin Mugo Gichoki. Madira, Eric Mwangi Kahogu.
I vote yes.
Matuga, Kasim Sawa Tandaza.
Yes.
Matungu, Nabulido Peter Oscar.
Yes.
Matungulu, Stephen Mule. Mavoko, Patrick Kingola Macau. Mbere North, Geoffrey Kariuki Kiringa.
Yes.
Mbere South, Nabat Bernard Muriuki.
Yes. Yes.
Boni, Erastus Kibasu. Meru County, Elizabeth Kailemia Karambu. Migori County, Fatuma Mohammed Zainab.
Order. Order, members. Baba, we not go back to your seat. Go back to your seat. Honorable members, exercise of decorum. Junaid Mohammed, who is the chief whip of the minority, has not notified the Speaker of the change of any teller. Teller. And you also go through elections. Once you appoint accounting agent, he remains accounting agent to the end. Isn't that so?
Mogotio, Kiborek Ruben. Moiben, Barto Phyllis. Molo, Kuria Francis Kimani. Mogotio, Kiborek Ruben.
It was yes. No. Yes.
Kiborek.
Yes, yes.
Mombasa County, Zamzam Mohammed. Mosop, Abraham Kirwa. Moyale, Jaldesa Guyo. Msambweni, Salim Faisal. Mount Elgon Fred Kapondi. Muhoroni, Koyo James. Mukurweini, Kaguchia John. Mumias East, Salasia Peter.
That is a spoiled vote. Spoiled.
Mumias West.
Order.
Francis Kimani. Pogotio Kiborek Ruben.
It was yes. No. Yes.
Kiborek. Mombasa County, Zamzam Mohammed. Mosop, Abraham Kirwa. Moyale, Jaldesa Guyo. Msambweni, Salim Faisal. Mount Elgon Fred Kapondi. Muhoroni, Koyo James. Bukurueni, Kaguchia John. Mumias East, Salasia Peter.
That is a spoiled vote. Spoiled.
Mumias West.
Order. 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 Order, members. Order. Honorable Salasia, you are treated as if you have not voted. Can you vote? No theatrics.
Mumias West, Johnson Naika. Murang'a County, Betty Maina Njeri. Mvita Machele Mohammed. Mwala Musioka Vincent Musau. Mwatate Peter Shake. Mwea Mary Maingi. Mwingi Central.
Members, avoid making speeches when you vote. Where can you vote?
Mary Maingi.
Okay.
Mwingi Central, Muliungi Gideon Mutemi.
On behalf of Mwingi Central, I vote no.
Mwingi North, Nzengu Paul. Mwingi West, Charles Nguna. Nairobi County, Pasari Zesta.
Now that is another spoiled vote.
Order.
Naivasha, Jane Kihara. Nakuru, Chelule Liza. Nakuru Town East, David Gikaria. Nakuru Town West, Samuel Arama. Nambale, Godfrey Mulanya. Nandi County, Cynthia Muge. Nandi Hills, Bernard Kitur. Nandi County, Cynthia Muge. Nandi Hills, Kitur Bernard. Narok County, Rebecca Tonkei. Narok East, Aramat Lemanken. Narok North, Agnes Pareyo. Narok North, Agnes Pareyo. Narok South, Kitilai Olentutu. Narok West, Gabriel Tongoyo. Navakholo, Emmanuel Wangwe. Daragwa, George Gachagua. Ndiwa, Martin Peters Owino. Ndia, GK Kariuki Macharia. Njoro, Charity Kadhambi Chepkwoni. Charity Kadhambi. North Hor, Guyo Ade Wario. North Imenti, Rahim Daud. North Mugirango, Joash Nyamoko. Nyakach, Aduma Joshua Owor. Nyali, Muhammad Ali. Nyali, Muhammad Ali. Nyamira, Jerusha Momanyi. Nyandarua County, Faith Gitau. Nyando, Jared Okelo.
Nyando votes no.
Nyaribari Chache, Zahil Janda. Nyaribari Masaba, Daniel Manduku. Nyatike, Tom Boya Ondege. Nyeri County, Rahab Mukami. Nyeri Town, Duncan Madenge. Oljororok, Michael Muchira. Ol Kalau, Kiaraho David. Odaya, Michael Wainaina. Pokot South, Kosing David. Rabbi, Anthony Kenga Mupe. Rabbi, Anthony Kenga Mupe. Rangwe, Gogo Lilian. Rarieda, Paul Otiende Amolo. Rongai, Paul Kibet Jebor. Rongo, Paul Abor. Roy Sambu, Mwafrika Kamande. Ruaraka, Tom Joseph Kajwang. Ruiru, Simon Kingara. Runyenjes, Karemba Eric Muchangi. Sabatia, Sloya Clement Logova. Sabatia, Sloya Clement Logova. Saboti, Caleb Amisi. Saku, Dido Raso. Samburu County, Pauline Lengurus. Samburu East, Lekumontare Jackson Letoijoni. Samburu North, Letepila Dominic. Samburu West, Josephine Lesuda Naisula. Josephine Naisula Lesuda.
Give her the mic. Yes?
I vote no.
Seme, James Nyikal. Seme, James Nyikal. Chinyalu, Frederick. Chinyalu, Frederick Ikana. Seme, Frederick, sorry. Chinyalu, Frederick Ikana. Siaya County, Christine Ombaka. Sigor, Peter Rochakapong. Sigowet Soin, Justice Kemei. Sirisia, John Waluke. Sotik, Francis Sigei. Saudi Menti, Shadrach Mwiti. Shadrach Mwiti, South Imenti. South Mugirango, Silvanas Osoro. Soy, David Kiplangat. Starehe, Amos Mwago. Suba no, Samburu no. Chinyalu, Frederick. Chinyalu, Frederick Ikana. Seme, Frederick, sorry. Chinyalu, Frederick Ikana. Siaya County, Christine Ombaka. Sigor, Peter Rochakapong. Sigowet Soin, Justice Kemei. Sirisia, John Waluke. Sotik, Francis Sigei. Saudi Menti, Shadrach Mwiti. Shadrach Mwiti, South Imenti. South Mugirango, Silvanas Osoro. Soy, David Kiplangat. Starehe, Amos Mwago. Suba North, Millie Grace Odhiambo. Suba South, Karori Omondi. Subukia, Samuel Gachobe. Suna East, Junet Mohammed. Suna West, Francis Masara. Taita Taveta County, Lydia Haika Mziki. Tana River County, Amina Deka. Tarbaj, Bare Hussein Abdi. Tarbaj, Bare Hussein Abdi. Taveta, John Okano Bwire. Teso North, Oku Kaunya. Teso South, Mary Amase. Teso South, sorry, Tetu, Joyfree Wandeto. Joyfree Wandeto. Daraka, George Murugara. Tharaka Nithi County, Susan Ngugi. Tharaka Nithi County, Susan Ngugi. Thika Town, Alice Nganga. Tiati, William Kamket. Tiati, William Kamket. Tigania East, Mpuru Aburi. Tigania West, John Mutunga. Tinderet, Julius Meli. Tongaren, John Chikati. Trans Nzoia County, Lillian Sioi.
Order. Order. The Chief Whip on the minority side informs me that he is appointed member for Pumula to relieve Honorable Mawade as a teller.
Trans Nzoia County, Lillian Sioi. Tarbo, Janet Citiene. Turkana County, Cecilia Ngetit. Turkana County, Cecilia Ngetit. Turkana Central, Joseph Namor Emade. Turkana East, Nicholas Gikolok Ngikor. Turkana East, Nicholas Ngikolong Ngikor. Turkana North, Paul Ekom Nabuin. Turkana South, John Ariko. Turkana West, Nanok Daniel. Uasin County, Gladys Boss. Gladys Boss. Ugenya, David Ochieng. Ugenya, David Ochieng. Ugunja, James Wandai. James Wandai. Uriri, Mark Nyamita. Vihiga, Ernest Kivai Kagesi. Vihiga, Ernest Kivai Kagesi. Vihiga County, Beatrice Adagala. Beatrice Adagala. Voi, Abdi Chome. Wajir County, Fatuma Jeho. Wajir County, Fatuma Jeho. Wajir East, Daud Adan Mohammed. Wajir East, Daud Adan Mohammed. Wajir North, Abdi Saneh. Wajir South, Ado Mohammed. Wajir South, Abdi Mohammed. Ado.
Yes.
Wajir West, Farah Yusuf Mohammed. Webuye East, Martin Pepela Wanyonyi. Abdi Daud Mohammed is out of the country. Webuye East, Daniel Wanyama. Webuye West, Daniel Wanyama. West Mugirango, Stephen Mogaka. West Pokot County, Rael Kasiwai Chepkemoi.
Okay, give it. West Pokot, Kasiwai Rael Chepkemoi. West Pokot, Kasiwai Rael Chepkemoi. Westlands, Wetangula Timothy Wanyonyi. Wundanyi, Mwakuona Danson Mwashako. Yata, Basil Robert Ngui. Yata, Basil Robert Ngui. Ali Abdisirat Khalif. Chege Sabina Wanjiru. Dina Joseph Hamisi. Harun Suleka Hulbale. Ikiara Dorothy Modoni. Iraya Joseph Wainaina. Koske Joseph Kipkemo.
He's at the corner there. At the corner there.
Okay. No, Koske. Okay. I will repeat. Koske Jackson Kipkemoy. He's there. Yeah. Mayaka Irene Nyakerario. Mayaka Irene Nyakerario.
Give her a mic.
On behalf of Gen Z and the people of Nyamira, I vote no.
Mohammed Umul Khair Harun.
She's not nominated in Nyamira. That is a spoil for her.
As the Gen Z of the House, born in the year 1996, I say no.
Teresia Wanjiru Mwangi. Teresia Wanjiru Mwangi. Okay. John Mbadi Ngongo.
The authentic vote for Suba South is no.
Talib Abubakar Ahmed. Talib Abubakar Ahmed.
Yes.
Okay, done. Order. Order, honorable members, order. Order, honorable members. Order. The voting is not over until the results are announced. Take your seats. Order, members, take your seats. Kawanjiku, take your seats. Order. Honorable members, the tellers are not sure whether Honorable Sane voted or not. He's coming to confirm. You are satisfied? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Okay, Sane, take your seat. Order, honorable members, will the tellers now walk to the bar? Will the tellers walk to the bar? Order.
Honorable Speaker, the division on the second reading of the Finance Bill 2024 voting, the ayes 204, nays 115, abstention, abstention 0.
Haya.
Order. Order, Honorable Millie. Order. 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 The results of the vote are not announced by the teller. Order. Honorable members, the results of the division on second reading of the Finance Bill 2024 is as follows. Ayes 204, nays 115, abstentions nil, so the ayes have it. Order. I now order for the bill to be read the second time. Order. Order, the House is in session. Order. Order. Clerk. Order.
A bill for an act of parliament to amend the law relating to various taxes and duties and for matters incidental thereto.
Honorable members, the matter of the finance bill is now over. You wait for the committee of the whole. Those who have amendments to file, you know the deadline was 1 o'clock. The clerk and his team will process those amendments. And as you are told, the House will sit on Tuesday morning when we'll proceed on the same matter. I now order that the next order be open the bar, open the doors. Now call out the next order.
Order number 9, motion, consideration of Senate amendments to the Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission Amendment Bill, National Assembly Bill number 10 of 2024.
Clerk, call the next order.
Order number 9, motion, consideration of Senate amendments to the Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission Amendment Bill, National Assembly Bill number 10 of 2024.
Order, honorable members, order. Order. Members who are leaving the chamber, do so quietly. The next order has been called, order number 9, and I'm calling the Chair, Departmental Committee on Justice and Legal Affairs to move the motion. Those who are recessing out of the chamber, do so quietly. The House is not adjourned, the House is in session. Honorable Murugara, proceed.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker, sir. I beg to move that the Senate amendments to the Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission Amendment Bill, National Assembly Bill number 10 of 2024, be now considered. Honorable Speaker, this House considered the Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission Amendment Bill and passed it with amendments, and thereafter it was forwarded to the Senate for consideration. I wish to report that the Senate considered the bill and returned it with some proposed amendments, which proposed amendments the Justice and Legal Affairs Committee did consider and prepared a detailed report in which it actually agreed with the Senate in the proposals. In essence, it means that the National Assembly should now agree with the Senate on the proposed amendments, in which case then we would amend the bill as proposed by the Senate, and after that we would actually pass it ready for assent. The reason why the Justice and Legal Affairs Committee agreed with the Senate is that the proposed amendments are not major amendments as such, but are proposals that since the IEBC Act is supposed to be considered by the two houses, the bicameral houses, where we have made a provision for the National Assembly, then there is also a mention of the Senate. It would have been tidier if the Senate had proposed that we delete the National Assembly and substitute therefore with the word Parliament. But since we are not supposed to touch this bill in any other way so as not to necessitate mediation, we entirely agreed with the Senate and are now in agreement, and we do propose that we move to the Committee of the Whole House, where the proposed amendments will be considered, and once passed or adopted by this House, the bill will have passed through the two houses and will be ready for assent.
Honorable members, please resume your seats.
Honorable Madam Speaker, therefore I do beg the House to agree with the proposed amendments by the Senate, and we move on to the Committee of the Whole House. With those remarks, I beg to move and request the Honorable Chepkonga, the Honorable Member for Anabukoi, to actually second. I would have given.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, I rise to second the proposed amendments from the Senate as moved by the Chair of Justice and Legal Affairs, my very good friend, the Honorable Murugara, and I totally agree that this is the way we should go. We should consider the other house as also giving input to the making of laws in this country. As you know, the Senate participates in making law, but it is this House that enacts laws. So I totally agree that we approve the proposed amendments that have been forwarded to the House. I thank you. I second.
Honorable members, I now propose the question that the Senate amendments to the Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission Amendment Bill, National Assembly Bill number 10 of 2024, be now considered. Yes, you may proceed. Do you have your card?
Thank you, Madam Speaker, for this opportunity to support the amendment as presented by the Senate. I have had keen interest, especially on this bill. Madam Speaker, this is a culmination of agreement that was reached by the NATCO committee, and indeed, the Senate should be included or should be captured in this bill, because elections across the country and the issues with boundaries cut across national and county governments. And therefore, Madam Speaker, I feel that this is the right thing to do, and the Senate has ably inserted their say in matters IEBC in terms of appointing and all. And therefore, Madam Speaker, I think it's only in order that we support this bill so that then some of these constituencies that do not have representatives, and even our wards, some that either their representatives have passed on or seats have been declared vacant, Madam Speaker, we'll have an opportunity now to set up so that then they have representatives and people working for them. Madam Speaker, I support this amendment. Thank you.
The Honourable Member for Mandera North, Honourable Bashir Abdullahi.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, this bill is very important, and I want to urge this House to agree with the committee with the Senate amendments. Honorable Speaker, I have a neighbor constituency by the name Banisa constituency.
You may proceed. Minority Leader, I'm going to give you a chance after Honorable Bashir.
My neighboring constituency called Banisa does not have a representative, and now it is 15 months since the death of our brother, the late Honorable Maalim Kulo Hassan. And all this is because of the fact that IBC is not fully constituted. It's unfortunate that the people of Banisa have been denied representation by the fact that IBC is not fully constituted. Personally, I have made a bill here, which is actually in the House, which seeks that the IBC CEO, in the absence of the chairman of IBC, be given the mandate to gazette a returning officer. But now that this bill now is on the floor with the amendments from the Senate, it only requires this House to pass so that it's assented to, and the people of Banisa and the other county assemblies have their representatives. So I want to urge this House to be fair to the people of Banisa and to the other many wards that are lacking representation, so that we fast track and the bill is assented to and IBC is fully constituted. And once the selection panel is constituted, I want to urge them that the membership of IBC Commission should not just take within 90 days, but should be within a span of between 30 to 45 days, so that they are in place and the people of Banisa go for by-election and they elect another representative. I support. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Yes, Honorable Minority Leader, you had wanted to speak to this? Because you were busy then I gave somebody else. You want to speak? Yes, your point of order, Honorable Junaid.
Mr. Speaker, I stand under Standing Order 35. I want to ask whether there is quorum in the House. Madam Speaker, you are certain whether we have quorum in the House, Madam Speaker. Mwende nyumbani bana. Wacha kusumbua sisi.
I direct that we ring the quorum bell for 10 minutes.
Well, the quorum bell is underway. The House has fallen short of the required quorum as the business of the House continues. That is an issue that has been raised by the Minority Whip, Junet Mohammed, informing the Speaker that the House does not have the required quorum during the proceedings of the House, and that has necessitated the quorum bell. The business that is on the floor of the House, or that was on the floor of the House, was the consideration of the amendments to the Independence, Electoral and Boundaries Commission, Bill number 10 of 2024, a bill that is originating from the National Assembly. It's a bill that was considered at the Senate, and the Senate had proposed a number of amendments, and this is a motion that was currently on the floor of the House. Members looking at those amendments that have been forwarded from the Senate. Some of the amendments or the clauses that attracted amendments from the Senate include Clause 2, Clause 3, and Clause 7. But remember that this is a bill that is the Independence, Electoral and Boundaries Commission is one of the 9 pieces of legislation that emanated from the National Dialogue Committee, a committee that was formed to look into the matters or issues of national interest with regards to the electoral system, among other issues. So the Independence, Electoral and Boundaries Commission is one of the pieces of legislation that came out of that and has already been considered in both houses. What the members were doing now is that they were considering the amendments that the members of the Senate had moved. The bill seeks to give effect to some of the recommendations and views of the public that were submitted to the National Dialogue Committee, commonly referred to as NADCO, on the issues of electoral justice and related matters, outstanding constitutional matters, fidelity to political parties or coalitions, as well as the law on multi-party democracy. The NADCO committee also had looked at issues about entrenching of National Government Constituency Development Fund and the Senate Oversight Fund and the National Government Affirmative Action Fund and establishment and entrenchment of state offices. These were some of the issues that were before the NADCO committee. So already the bill is before Parliament or has been considered in Parliament. The process is ongoing now. The bill was published on 4th of April 2024 and read for the first time on the floor of the House. It was considered and passed with amendments by the National Assembly on the 2nd of May 2024. Now, the bill, remember, is one that concerns counties. And with this regard, it was forwarded to the Senate for consideration pursuant to the House Standing Order number 142 of the National Assembly. So the Senate considered the bill and proposed a number of amendments. But the bill generally seeks to amend the Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission Act, Cap 7C, to clean up the Act by deleting obsolete provisions, amend Section 6 of the Act and include experience in accounting or information and communication technology as additional professional qualifications for appointment as a member of the Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission. Also amend the first schedule to the Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission, that is IEBC Act, Cap 7C, to increase the number of members of the selection panel from 7 to 11 in order to accommodate a wide spectrum of stakeholders and interest groups. Remember, this was a conversation and it led to the proposal that the number of the members of the selection panel be increased so that it could include a wider spectrum of stakeholders and interest groups, as well as replace the current fifth schedule of the Act with a new and updated schedule. These are some of the amendments. Also make consequential amendments intended to align the Act to the judgment of the High Court in Katiba Institute and 3 others versus Attorney General and 2 others. in a 2018 ruling where the High Court held that certain provisions of the Act were unconstitutional. These are some of the amendments, or these are some of the proposals in the bill or contents that the bill seeks to cure or bring forward. Now, the Senate considered and passed the bill with amendments on the 11th of June, 2024. And that is when they transmitted the amendments to the National Assembly seeking concurrence. The amendments were further or subsequently referred to the Departmental Committee on Justice and Legal Affairs for consideration. And that is why the motion on the consideration of the Senate amendments to the Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission has been moved by the Chairperson, Departmental Committee on Justice and Legal Affairs, Honorable George Murugara, that those amendments be now considered. So that was the business that was on the floor of the House before the minority whip informed or stood on a point of order to inform the Speaker that the House does not have the required number of members during the proceedings of the House. As we have seen, 2 members have walked in. Remember, that is a 10-minute quorum bell as directed by the Speaker, Honorable, that is the Deputy Speaker, Honorable Gladys Boss. Those are members getting into the chambers, of course, in their numbers, and in a few, I believe that quorum will be achieved before the Independence, Electoral and Boundaries Commission bill, or before this particular business that was on the floor of the House. The members just concluded considerations on the finance bill that has been read for the second time. As per the traditions, the sergeant-at-arms who keep tabs with the numbers, once the number is achieved, they alert the Speaker and the clerk, and the House will be called to order for the proceedings to continue. Allow me to hand you over now back to the proceedings of the House.
Yes, Honorable TJ. You want to contribute? You want to contribute? Yeah, just hold on. Who was the last person? Oh, but he had finished. Okay, you may proceed. Proceed, Honorable TJ.
They've given me the mic here.
Okay. Madam Speaker, this bill, we should be able to accede to it and pass it. We have been able to look at it from JLAC. It is only 3 issues which were not really in contention, which I think, as a matter of oversight, we may have passed the bill to the Senate without looking at it thoroughly. In terms of defining parliamentary party. We defined parliamentary party in the National Assembly, but somehow we did not define it for the benefit of the Senate. So they came to adjust that, number one. Number two, then the report of the Boundaries Commission ought in the parent act before the bicameral system, it used to come to the National Assembly. Again, we did not see that now we have 2 houses, and they have corrected that. And the third thing is that they have added 10 years experience in matters of law, ICT, and so on. Of course, Gen Zs will really suffer. But again, experience is also a good thing for management of an office. I had said in the committee, perhaps on ICT, they should allow Gen Zs without fetter of age. But it would seem that already Senate was minded to make this 10 years. And I think it is consistent with many of the laws which are there. And so, of all those things, I think the only issue probably in the selection panel that will bring issues is that this nominee of other than the parliamentary party, the people who are out there, I think it calls on that political liaison office to really know how to go through the parameters of transparency, qualifications and eligibility, not just to handpick a friend, but to go through a criteria, a verifiable criteria by which that member of the panel should be. And so I support, and I think we should be able to accede to this without necessarily going for mediation. Thank you so much.
No, you can't do that. You can't do that. Minority leader. There is an order.
System yenu hii. Anyway, Honorable Speaker, I think this is a bill that has been canvassed for a long time in the two houses. It has gone through rigorous scrutiny, and I think it is the right time now for us to bring it to a closer. And I therefore support. Honorable Speaker.
Okay, thank you. Can the mover reply?
See the mic. Thank you. Thank you very much, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, allow me to thank everyone who has contributed to this. This is purely routine, and in my view, there is no contention as regards the proposed amendments. With those remarks, I beg to reply.
Honorable members, I now put the question that the Senate
have been forwarded from the NADCO committee.
Vihiga.
Order. Order, honorable members, order. Order, honorable members. Order. The voting is not over until the results are announced. Take your seats. Order, members, take your seats. Kawanjiku, take your seats. Order. Honorable members, the tellers are not sure whether Honorable Sane voted or not. He's coming to confirm. You are satisfied? Yes, sir. Okay, Sane, take your seat. Order, honorable members, will the tellers now walk to the bar? Will the tellers walk to the bar? Order.
Honorable Speaker, the division on the second reading of the Finance Bill 2024-14, the ayes 204, nays 115, abstention, abstention 0.
Haya.